we are, as always, on Facebook via Facebook Live with a great community partner. That community partner today is West Bloomfield Parks, and we are pleased to be joined by their Executive Director, Jennifer Tucker, with us now on the Oakland County Megacast on a family of TV and radio stations. Executive Director Tucker, thank you for being with us today.
Well, thank you for having me. I can't be more excited. It's a great day to be on with you today, because we would first and foremost want to thank the voters. Yesterday, our Parks Renewal Millage actually passed with 75.6 percentage of yes votes, and we cannot be more excited. So thank you to our residents for that.
Executive Director Tucker, can you give me a little bit of details about what that millage will go towards supporting in the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation Department's organization?
Sure. What that millage pays for is operation, also development, and basically the overall function of the Parks Department. So we are so thankful in these crazy times, when you don't know what to expect. Our residents are still very strong in loving their park system, and we are I have goosebumps literally right now.
Do you think because of the pandemic, people have come to realize what a gem the parks are for us to have in our backyards, and that millage and having that experience has helped them support the millage then?
Oh, I definitely think we have, we see more people in the parks now than ever. It is a super highway on the trail. We are a little bit low in staff right now than what our usual capacity is. We are trying so hard to maintain our high standards, but I tell you, our residents are just out in droves, and we are just so thankful to all of them.
Jennifer Tucker with us. She is the Executive Director of West Bloomfield Parks, with us on the Oakland County Megacast. West Bloomfield Parks today, our Facebook partner, and we appreciate them joining us for the entirety of our program today. So on top of all the great services that the Parks Department provides on a regular basis, they've also provided a number of great services during the COVID-19 pandemic, despite many of those usual services and events and programs being shut down. Others have been added, things have been modified, and are continuing to pop up. What are some upcoming programs through West Bloomfield Parks? I know that you are soon to be releasing your Midsummer Guide as well.
Well, I tell you what, we are, I'm so glad that was a great segue. Thank you for that. We are pretty excited. Our Kids Commotion concert our first one is tomorrow. It is sold out. We only are allowed to have 100 people gathering in the park at a time. That's at Marshbank Park tomorrow morning. We do have 2 other dates, and I have those right here. August 13th at 11 a.m. and also August 27th at 6 p.m. So we do still have spots open for those. We are also adding in our Midsummer Guide, which is on our website, which is wbparks.org. You can go on there and take a look. But on there, we have adapted to what our restrictions are currently. And we have a lot of smaller activities and programs that are for outdoors, and a lot of virtual things that we're doing, everything from Tai Chi to, learning from a NASA astronaut. So we're trying to be creative and innovative. And honestly, we've reworked about 90% of our programming, which our rec staff is just busting it out. I mean, they have been just working really hard to come up with really creative ways to keep people engaged and with our park system. And we're doing our best, and we're going to all get through this together.
Jennifer Tucker with us, the Executive Director of West Bloomfield Parks. So as you continue through the pandemic, and you said that about 90% of the programming through parks has been changed to virtual instead of in person as a result of the pandemic. Going forward, do you imagine that there's going to be more virtual programming, even when things return to some semblance of normalcy and these programs return to how they typically function, do you believe that there may be some more opportunities in the future for virtual events and programs through parks?
I really do think that this is going to change the way that we operate, just honestly as a society. Some really, honestly, it sounds crazy, but some positive things have really come out of this. I know some of our seniors have become more savvy on their computers as a result, and we're going to try to reach that every generation in try to fill that void with potential virtual programming. We even have folks that came out to our March Bake music series and didn't realize they could get out of their car and they were still in their pajamas. So we want them to be comfortable coming out to see us. And it's just, that is what our climate is right now, and we really want that to we're kind of capitalizing on all aspects as much as we possibly can. And also, I want to give a shout out to Civic Center TV and Lakes FM for coming out and partnering with us for the March Bake music series. We had so much good feedback. People are so happy that we're able to come out. But we had to keep that under 100 participants, obviously, because of our restrictions. But we were really happy to. We have such a great partnership with, Lakes FM and also Civic Center TV, and we really want to thank you for that.
You mentioned seniors. How have you been able to maintain contact with seniors in the community during this?
So our senior population right now, our Connect senior facility is closed per the mandate. And we don't know when that will reopen. We still have not been given any further guidance or as far as timeline, but we perceive that it may be a while. But what we have done, we have done some things like senior center in a bag, where we provided different safety items like hand sanitizer, and got donations from different groups or different businesses, and did a drive-by, as we like to call it, curbside service. And folks registered for those and then came by, and we were able, of course, masked appropriately and outside, and handed out, those goodie bags, if you will, to folks that may need them, including everything from masks to, like I said, hand sanitizer, things like that. We also had a support line for folks that may just need a little contact. We also, our staff will call them and just check in on them, see how they're doing. Also, we still have our transportation available. So if people need to go to the doctor, don't have anyone to take them, or can't drive themselves, they still can call and schedule that with us. We do have a little bit of a protocol that we just go through a questionnaire that we have to administer, but we really, we want to be there for our citizens. So if there's, a need that we can help fill, we will definitely do that.
Jennifer Tucker with us. She is the Executive Director of West Bloomfield Parks, with us on the Oakland County MegaCast, on a family of TV and radio and other media outlets as well. Today we're on the Facebook page of West Bloomfield Parks, and thank you, West Bloomfield Parks fans, for tuning in to today's edition of the MegaCast. So we talk about seniors and the continued programming for them and assistance that's been provided to them from Parks and Recreation, but we also see you're in the nature room at the Parks and Recreation's Recreation Activities Center, and that's a place where you have a lot of kids coming in during the school year, a lot of field trips even, or with local school districts coming in for programming themselves. And with the school year now being in flux, some are going to be in-person learning, some are going to be virtual learning. Is there any plans or any discussion you've had with some of our local school districts potentially for a partnership between them and West Bloomfield Parks to continue to provide education on nature from local experts, but at a distance that's safe for the kids and for your staff?
Yeah, so actually, we do outreach for the school districts. We are really, we like to be in the schools and working with the children, because that's where nature education is so important. If people don't value their parks and the outdoors, then they grow up to be adults that don't value those. So we very much like to be in the schools. I know that we are booking those appointments currently. We also are doing something that's a little bit different. It's a virtual visit with a naturalist. And so a whole family can book a virtual visit with a naturalist. And, basically there's different topics, and it's kind of a neat and a little bit more personal. You can do it with with your whole family. And we do have nature camp currently. We only have 10 kids. And actually I had to wrestle away. I was going to do this outside, but the whole place is inhabited with laughing. So I had to come in here where it was a little more quiet.
Jen Tucker with us. She's the executive director of West Bloomfield Parks. So, over the summer, you have a lot of different programs at your parks, and one exciting thing that was coming up down the docket was Splash Landing here in West Bloomfield on Farmington Road. Of course, that had been delayed due to COVID-19. What is the progress on the Splash Park? How far along is it? How has it progressed even through the pandemic? And when can families in the greater West Bloomfield area or those coming into the area expect to have that be available to the public?
Well, we're moving right along right now. I will tell you that. All different trades are over there right now, working really hard. Things are really going well, and our anticipated timeline is we would like to be open for next spring. There's no reason why at this moment I should think that anything different would happen. Obviously, this is a little further out than we originally would have liked, but who expected Corona? So we're making the best of it, and maybe in the future we can give you a little sneak peek at our next time you see me.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Jen Tucker, anything else for us today? Any other information that people should know about parks programs or other things that are coming up, or ways that they can get more information from your organization?
Yeah, the best way really is our website. Take a look at those programs. Our midsummer guide is on there. We only did a digital guide because things are so fast moving day to day. You just never know, as you just heard from the governor. So we are trying to be as flexible and fluid as we can and still offer as much as we can with real-time information for our residents. So definitely check out the website, wbparks.org, and it's going to have the best source of information for you.
Well, Jen, we appreciate having you on today.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure. I'm always glad to check in once in a while with you.
We appreciate it. Jennifer Tucker, the executive director of West Bloomfield Parks, with us on the Oakland County MegaCast.